Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for watching. Sovereign Crypto, Stefan here with your market update. So we're starting to see some movement not only in Bitcoin but also in some altcoins. So I'm going to go over and let you guys know what I think is happening, what I think is going to happen next, and kind of use a little bit of caution here. It's definitely exciting that we're moving, but we are moving really right up into some pretty heavy resistance. So let's start with the Bitcoin chart. This is Bitcoin USD, the Bitstamp chart. And so we did just see a pretty fair move. Looks like we're forming that head and shoulders people are talking about. So we just moved around 10%. And we are coming up to the neckline of this head and shoulders. We did try to break through. We haven't gotten a close above that neckline yet. So we'll have to see what happens here over the next couple of days. We have been seeing a little bit of volume increase as well. So that's exciting. If this head and shoulders does break to the upside, where I think we need to use a little bit of caution is we're going to move right into this long-term trend line on this descending wedge. So this long-term trend line that's been happening since that high back in June. We've hit it several times without ever getting a close above it. And we're going to move right back up into that. What I would like to see is I would like to see if we break this neckline, I'd like to see a retest of this with a pullback to the neckline and then a push through. So, if we get that clean break, which looks like if we're going to get a close above 7,750 or so, if we start getting a move above that after a retest, first I'd like to see if it's going to just go crazy and go right past this $8,000 mark. I'll be looking to enter as that as well. I'm more expecting a pullback initial and to see what happens there. I'm going to be watching that price action pretty closely through that time. And then once we do get a clean break and it's looking like we're going to get a clean close, most likely on the daily or perhaps like the 12-hour or even the 4-hour, if we see a big volume spike, I'll be looking to enter a position, a heavier position at that point there. If this fails, if the head and shoulders pattern fails, and we do, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a retest down there again to that $6,000, $5,800 mark. I think is pretty reasonable. If we get a move down to that area, I will also be adding quite a bit to a long-term swing position trade. So ETH BTC, let's start with ETH USDT here as the Binance. We have seen a little bit of movement here, right? Pretty exciting. I don't know if we've necessarily changed the daily uptrend yet. I'd like to see a close above here. Let's see, what is that? The high of 157.60 for a change in the daily uptrend. This could potentially still just be a bear flag, but it's looking promising. It's looking promising. This is if the bear flag case. And we're just going to see another dump once it moves out of there. Or if we get a couple day pullback, there's some arguments to be said that we have changed the daily uptrend where we had a higher high there at 138.07, and then we had a lower high on the daily there, and then now we've actually broken that. So potentially, but I would really like to see a clean break above that 157 to show that we have broke the daily trend. So again, here we're seeing another move after this long pullback, and now we are forming another higher low potentially, and then we'll see where that pullback comes, if we can maintain another lower high before pushing up. I'd like to see at least a break of, what is that, 20232, break of that to show a daily trend reversal. XTZ, so XTZ is still in this downtrend. Did see a little bit of movement, but still just a lower high on the daily. I want to see that break of 138 or so, or once we even start to get a close above the 55-day moving average, I think that would be a good sign there as well. So we have the one, and that's at what, $134, $1.34. Got a little problems here with my mouse. We'll see how that goes there. So XTZ BTC, same thing. We're just seeing a pretty long pullback there. One thing I just want to look for, see if we add a Fibonacci retracement here from this move from that low. So this is where the move, I would say that's a pretty solid move from this recent pivot low. Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see a little bit further pullback to that 618 zone, a retest of this high. What is that? The high of 14187. And this is on the BTC chart. Let's look at it on the USD chart. Still also going to, if we get that pullback to that 618 or a retest, the USD chart is looking a little bit different. If we get a little more pullback to $1.16 range to retest this resistance, the 618. And if we get a bounce, that might be a good swing trade opportunity there. Load up at around 115 for a target of 140, then second target of 158. I'll probably be looking to take that trade as well once we get to that. XRP had a move. XRP had a nice move, but again, it's just it hasn't broken the daily uptrend. We need to see a close or a move above 23 cents. And you can see if we go back just a little bit here, when we saw this last major pump, we saw a big move here, and it did. It's same thing. It looked like it potentially might have changed the daily uptrend, but it never broke never broke that zone. So I definitely don't want to buy the top here if we're going to be looking for a breakout. So I'm just waiting on XRP, see what happens. I believe we're still in that daily downtrend, but this is a good sign. We saw an increase of volume, saw a big move, almost a 10% move so far on the daily. So again, also on the BTC chart, saw a big move, but again, we have not broken that daily uptrend. Saw a big volume spike. That's a good, promising move. Right up into that 55-day EMA resistance of 2863. So I'll be watching this. We'll see if we get a pullback and a lower high around 27, 26 or so. If we're able to maintain that and then get another move up, I think that would be a good opportunity to buy there. Zcash made a move. That's pretty good. Again, though, just another lower high. See on the BTC chart, same thing, another lower high. We want to see a break of 46.71 on the BTC chart and a break of 33.19 on the daily chart for USD. Once we start to get some moves above that, I'll be looking to re-enter some positions with a little bit heavier size. Okay, Binance coin, BNB, had a move. There's a little bit more argument to be made that this did break the daily uptrend. We had a move, pullback, and then now another move. But again, we really probably want to see a move above $16 or so, $16.23. BTC chart, little bit clear that we're looking like we're breaking, and we've had another higher high, potentially a double top. So see how the price action goes over the next day here. Atom. So Cosmos. Watching this, this is definitely one of the winter's winners here. It had a pretty big move over the last. Had a pretty big move when everything else had been either trending sideways or going down. Yeah, it's up 144% here since September. That's pretty good. So we'll just see what happens. It's still in that daily uptrend. As long as it stays above $3.58 or so, looking to put in a higher low and then see if we can't then continue that uptrend. We need to get a break above $4.72. and then the BTC, Atom BTC. This is Kraken. Again, we're just having that pullback. See if we can form a daily higher low. Not counting that wick, I would say the daily higher low is around 46.58, something like that. So, all right, you guys, that's what I got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe if you found this useful, entertaining at all. Also, comments greatly appreciated. What you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see more of. Yeah, thank you guys. Safe trading, and I'll see you in the trenches.